Hello and welcome to another Slime Score Reviews with the Southland Ghostbusters. In this third installment, we're going to take a close look at the brand new Hot Toys Sideshow Collectibles exclusive of the Back to the Future 2 1/6 scale Dr. Emmett Brown from the movie Masterpiece series. Your figure will arrive in a typical shipping box adorned with a small description of its contents. You've purchased Hot Toys before, so you know this is standard and nothing new. So let's skip the formalities and get right to the unboxing. Now we're going to take our blade and cut safely along the top. They did put an extra piece of cardboard to protect the inner packaging from being cut. That's for all you collectors that can't wait to rip this box open and free the Doc from his cardboard prison. This guy here loves that smell of a long-awaited pre-order to finally have arrived. Now let's slide this out, and here we go. It looks as though we have the time machine on the front of the box. There's also the Sideshow logo to denote it's the exclusive version. Now let's get the cellophane off and have a better look at the packaging. Now the front artwork is similar to what they did with the Marty McFly release. However, this time we are treated to a rear view of the DeLorean. Now I'm not sure why Hot Toys doesn't just put the figure on the front or a picture of the actor. Maybe it has something to do with the likeness rights. Here on the back we have a description of the typical copyright legal mumbo jumbo. Now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get this box opened. Now it looks like we're treated to a credit sheet with the team of people who are responsible for bringing this figure to life. We're going to zoom in so you can get a closer look of the credit sheet. Alright, finally, here he is, Dr. Emmett Brown. We'll open this up and get to the figure in a bit. First, we are going to start by pulling out the accessories since there are so many. Let's start with the hand since it's packaged to where we have no choice. You get two sets of hand in open, pointing, grasping, and triggering poses. Alright, we'll remove this shield here on the front. So here is the item that makes this the Sideshow exclusive. The Radio Shack Archer Space Patrol walkie-talkies, or rather the Radio Sound America Patrol walkie-talkies. It looks like Radio Shack either wanted too much money, or nobody from Sideshow bothered, or wanted to pay Radio Shack for the rights. Funny thing is, it still says Radio Shack in a limited warranty on the back. Well, none of this is accurate and is a pretty poor exclusive. Even the artwork and fonts were changed. It's up to you to decide if you want to get this exclusive for the walkie-talkies. Next, we have the USA Today newspaper issue with the Youth Jailed headline. This is a better example of what the accessory should look like. However, this is also not accurate. Hot Toys, for whatever reason, used the actual USA Today issue printed and distributed back in 2015 instead of the movie prop. In that issue, articles and headlines were changed and differed from the actual prop. It's still an awesome accessory, so we're gonna let that slide. The only downside to the one we received was the middle insert sheet was upside down and folded backwards. Correcting this gives us a sheet folded the wrong way. Hopefully your USA Today doesn't come this way. Up next, we have the two different watches the Doc wears on each of his wrists. They did a great job here, and the detail they put into this is fantastic. We really love the fact that they included these, otherwise it would have blown the whole look that he has in the film. Packaged alongside the watches are the Doc's actual wrist joints. They are a swivel ball joint that connects to the hands and at the end of the wrists. Now we have come to the Doc's ultra-futuristic silver rear glasses. These will fit nicely right on top of his dome. This next accessory is possibly the best pack-in for this release. This is Doc's currency briefcase for those unexpected financial predicaments a time traveler may sometimes face. The briefcase is outfitted with many different forms of US banknotes from various years. What's amazing about this piece is that it is actually loaded with the individual bills. Not just one bill is in there, it's fully loaded. You can remove them if you want, but it could be a little tricky. They also weather the case, so it adds a little more to the detail. It's an absolutely fantastic piece. To get to the next accessories, we need to remove the Doc. We'll give you just a brief glimpse at him as we're still not ready for him yet. Until we are, we'll just put him off to the side. Reaching in, we pull out the base to the stand that you will use to hold the Doc up. It utilizes the movie logo perfectly. And this piece here is the pelvic stand. It also has a wonderful engraving at the front of the base. Uncovering more wonderful accessories, we have here Doc's sleep-inducing alpha rhythm generator. We didn't know it at the time of filming this, but the ends of the wands are movable. The last accessory we have here are Doc's binocs. These binoculars are actually see-through. Put this up to one of your eyes and you can see what the doc sees. Hey Chuck, what are you looking at there?
Whoa!
You hound! Lastly, you'll find some paper goods taped to the bottom of the molded plastic holder. These are the instructions to the base stand and a sticker sheet that accompany Doc's briefcase. Here is everything laid out. This is certainly a plethora of time-traveling goods. The instructions on building the stand are simple. However, one does not simply do this with ease. It's very hard to get the two pieces together as you will need some force to get them joined. The best way we found was to gently rock the stand back and forth while pushing downward. Without further ado, we finally get to the heart of the review, Dr. Emmett Brown. Here he is, dressed for future success in his stylized yellow trench coat with matching pants, bright red decorative shirt, and Doc Martens style antenna boots. The red laces seem to go well with the black and green socks he's got on, sort of like the weird girl you encounter reading graphic novels at Barnes & Noble. Maybe those antennas are to boost the store's free Wi-Fi, who knows? This film got so much right with its future predictions. Alright, well, joking aside, this figure looks absolutely fantastic. Just take a look at this head sculpt. Hot Toys have done a fantastic job in capturing Christopher Lloyd's likeness and the essence of Back to the Future's Doc. Overall, this figure is masterfully done, and everyone on that credit sheet deserves a big round of applause. However, that's not it though. We still haven't had a chance to play around with this figure. Let's go ahead and start adding some of the accessories, starting with Doc's watches. You will need to remove his hands in order to slip the watch over his wrists. You simply keep it in place by reattaching his hand. Let's make this accurate to how he wore them in the film. The silver watch goes on his left hand, and the black sports watch goes on his right. We also need to point out the awesome wrinkle details sculpted into his arms. Let's take this time now to show off some dynamic poses you can get the figure to display in. Sometimes I can't tell if I'm looking at an action figure or some rare publicity photo taken during the film's production. If you didn't pre-order the figure, you can still purchase one directly from SideshowToy.com or through other adult collectible websites. He retails for around $250 and would make a great addition to any figure collection or Back to the Future collection. Finally, here is the Doc pose next to the Hot Toys Back to the Future 2 Marty McFly, which you can also purchase directly from SideshowToy.com. Thank you for taking the time to watch our review. If you found it informative or enjoyable, please either like the video or subscribe to our channel. Alternatively, you can follow us on Facebook at /SlimescoreReviews to get updates on our upcoming reviews. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.